Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, Anita Finley.
And here we're going to talk about the one and only 16th Boomer Expo, and I have the Boomer Expo manager here. She's the one with all the enthusiasm, and Leoni Kendall, she's the one that takes deep breaths waiting for the people to come in the morning when we first open. And I want to tell everybody it is on Tuesday, and that's July the 26th, but we have something new to tell them. Where is it, Leoni?
It's at Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek. What a fantastic location. It is centrally located, easy to get to. It's right off Sample and near 441.
That's right, you can take the turnpike and get right there. But, you know, I was really a little concerned when we weren't going to be down at Seminole Hard Rock down in Hollywood. But actually, things work out, don't they?
We have gotten such a positive response to Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek, and we're going to call it Casino Coco for short. That's their website, Casino Coco. And it has just been phenomenal. Exhibitors are enthusiastic. All our attendees who are calling, oh, you got a new location? Great. So it's going to be a fantastic event.
Well, let me ask you a question. You have been doing the expo since the beginning. What is it about the Boomer Expos that get you so excited and that you love, Leoni?
There's magic. It's not like any other, event around here. It's not a health fair. It's not one of those little expos. It's like a major show. And, of course, you and I know what goes into putting on this event. From designing, even where we place our exhibitors. We don't just give them a number and put them in. We sit there and say, well, what's going to be the most interesting thing as our exhibitors walk down the aisle? And what I love about our expo is that it's a mixture of health, wealth, entertainment, fashion. There's so many different things for everyone to do. And not only that, we have wonderful things for the veterans. And that's so special that we honor the veterans at every expo.
Yes, that was something that we started doing, I think, about 4 times ago. We don't say years because we do 2 a year, one in January and one in July. But we always feel that the veterans from the World War II, I think once we had World War I, but now World War II, all the way up to the current veterans, they really do need to be honored, celebrated. And how do you do that?
Well, I'll tell you, at the expo, and the color guard starts coming down the aisle, I have such chills, and so does everybody else. First of all, we decorate the hall red, white, and blue. We set the tone. There's flags, there's beautiful balloons, there's excitement. And when they start marching, and when we have a band, and they start, of course, doing the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem, then they start doing the songs for every branch of service. There's not a dry eye in the house. It's amazing. I cry every single expo.
Yeah, it is very special because people do start singing. You know, if you were in the Navy and you haven't heard your song for a long time or in the Air Force, it does make everyone very happy. So that does set an important tone. But I think the way that we really even get the veterans there more than just inviting them is we give them prizes.
Yes.
And the prizes are pretty big. We actually give away $250, a check for $250 to 4 veterans. It's all done with a drawing. But even more than that, we put their names up on an honor board if they sign in. That's why we're telling you about this. Listen, if you send in your name and your rank, if you get Boomer Times, you'll see there's a page to do it. But if not, you can call our office at 561-864-1101 and just talk to someone there. Could be Dan or could be Leoni or someone else, and just give your information. Then you will have your name there. Even if you don't have your name there, you can still come and you'll still be a part of that drawing. Now, let me also tell you, if you are the wife or the mother of a veteran, you're welcome too. We honor you.
We honor all the boomers and seniors in South Florida, which is fantastic.
Now, you have some very important military organizations coming, Leoni. Maybe
Yes.
you ought to talk about that.
We have West Palm Beach VA Medical Center. We have the Department of Veteran Affairs, and they're dealing with a lot of major issues that face the veterans, specifically suicide prevention. We also have Pompano Beach Veteran Center that is coming, and Impact Broward, which is a great organization. They work with senior volunteers, but they also have a division called Vets Helping Vets. We have also this year the Honor Flight for World War II veterans, which is amazing. Didn't Bill go on
No,
that?
he didn't go. He doesn't want to go. Told him he should go. He said, no, he says he don't want to do that. So, but it's nice because Bill's flown so much. I guess he doesn't need to do that. And we've been to the D.C. Where they take the people to the World War II memorial. But I do think it's a great thing. They do fly them up, and they don't take the wife. They do it by themselves. So that's probably one reason he doesn't want to go without me. But let me just go back on the veterans. I am very, very touched by the stories that they tell you. They all have stories. And, of course, Bill wrote a book called Air Force Cowboy, and he's been selling that book. And it's nice to see veterans proud of themselves. See, because a lot of them have been forgotten. Now, I'll tell you an interesting story, Leoni, and our guests listening. We give out a lot of prizes at the Expo, and I don't want to forget that because that's very important. We give out over 50, I don't want to call them grand prizes, but they're pretty special. They're big prizes besides a TV and cruises. But one of the couples who did win, the man was a Vietnam War veteran. And he had tears in his eyes, as his wife did. He said because people really didn't care and didn't know. They don't know. And he was so touched by this, Leoni.
What you may not remember or know, I may not have told you, he had called the office, this Vietnam veteran, called the office a day before the Expo. I happened to have been there, picked up the phone. He told me his story. He said, I know it's a day before the event, but can I come? And I said, absolutely, please come. And when he won the prize, he looked at me because he introduced himself to me. And he said, and the tears was, he was crying, and it was so touching. He said, I just came for the very first time, and I won $250.
Well, it is. It's very thrilling for them. You can imagine. I'd like to win $250.
Me
That's
too.
right. I don't know if you know this, but Dean Webb, who is the CEO of Faith Farm, he was a captain, I think, in the Navy. And he used to say when he came back, and here's a very smart guy, people did not treat him very well. They didn't quite spit on him, but they were not nice. And I don't really remember that time in a way. I mean, I know about Vietnam, but I don't know why we would have been hard on our service people. It wasn't their fault. What do you think that was all about?
It was during that time, but they deserve all the veterans. Doing the veterans salute at our expo has changed something in me as well, because not having any veterans in my personal family, now every time I see a veteran, I go up to them and I say, thank you for your service.
It's very nice, yes, because they are forgotten. We do watch some films. We watch I forget his name, but we watch this show where they have all the military, all the places where they were, and they actually show people dying, and you forget it, and you think, gee, they fought for us. And so July 4th was very important, the past July 4th.
Oh, it was amazing.
Independence Day. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I want to keep moving with this. One thing that we're bringing back that we had a few times ago was, I don't have the music, but 007.
Oh, how fantastic. He is incredible. This is really, if James Bond, you could swear that this is James Bond, and he has been really very renowned. He has performed in Las Vegas. He comes up to the women and he says, I want to bond with you. And they fall down.
If you go to our website, which is boomerexpofl.com, you will see him. I don't know if we have videos of him, but he is very special, as Leoni said. And we're so happy that that you all are going to come. We really probably have more than 2,000 people that come in all at one time, so you won't get run down. They come in, what?
Oh, I just want to let them know this fabulous event is free and open to the public, not just for the veterans, but for everyone. Every boomer and senior is welcome to come, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Right, and the casino is interesting. They have a lot of restaurants there. It's very good parking, free parking. You could have valet, but it is a lovely place, and you will spend the day. We start at 10, and we go until 4, and you can come in and out. And as Leoni said, there'll be a lot of prizes, and it doesn't cost you any money. Can you imagine that? As a matter of fact, besides our prizes,
exhibitors, a lot of the exhibitors, you have to stop by, make sure you visit all our exhibitors. They're fascinating. But before I go on, I have to thank the sponsors, our wonderful sponsors who are making this event possible. And our sponsors are Memorial Healthcare, the finest healthcare system in South Florida. And they've been wonderful and very loyal to the Boomer Expo. Then we have a fascinating, I'm sure a lot of you have heard because Anita's been on the radio telling you about her cruising experiences. But we have a company called Star Vista Live that used to be part of, well, it still is part of Time Life. This is the music cruise, and it's themed cruises. They are the company that brought you the Malt Shop Memories cruise that Anita went on. Then the Flower Power cruise. The Flower Power cruise is phenomenal. That's like probably music of the 60s, you know, when we wore tie-dye. And they have fabulous stars that are there, and you can interact with them.
And let me just say about these cruises, a lot of people, single women and men, they don't want to go on cruises alone. But this is a different kind of a cruise. You'll never be alone. There are always people who are singing and dancing, and there are a lot of single people on these cruises. So they're not that, listen, they go for, I think, 5 days, 4.5, 5 days. You will come back a new person because all the memories of the music and the people are so friendly. We usually go on, let's see, what ship are we going on this time? We have been on the Holland America. Is that the one that we're going on this time? I'm not really sure, but we'll let you know it before we finish with this show. But they're wonderful, wonderful cruises, and you will be very happy.
It's a celebrity summit.
It's a celebrity. So it's celebrity. Sorry. I had gone on one with Holland America, but what happens is they take over the whole ship. So from early in the morning, from breakfast until the wee hours of the morning, you will be captivated. You will love what goes on. So the Celebrity is a beautiful ship line, and it is, I forget, we go to Key West. That's one thing on our way back, which is fun, but we also go to the island, and I don't know which island that is.
Okay, you're going to go to Jamaica, Nassau, Bahamas. Oh. That's what the Flower Power cruise. And some of the celebrities are Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees, and Eric Burden from the Animals, The Fifth Dimension, The Loving Spoonful.
And when is that one?
This is going to be February 27th, March 4th, 2017. And they're doing something special. If you mention the code BOOMER, they give special rates. Their cruises are so successful, they book immediately. And they introduced a new cruise, music from the 70s. This is from popular demand and their creative sources. It's called 70s Rock and Romance Cruise. Guess what? Music of the 70s. Romance. So you could soft rock all over again.
So that's great. And they actually are one of our major sponsors, which we're very appreciative of also. And what else? Who else? Do we have a new sponsor?
We have a new sponsor, and we are thrilled. JN Nursing Registry. They are located, they have offices in Broward and in Palm Beach County, and the finest nursing and home health care, and they're excellent. Go by, stop by, talk to them. You will have peace of mind, and they are top quality.
That's what people need, Leoni, when you're caring for someone. For example, if you want to come to the Boomer Expo and you can't leave your husband or your wife, but you need the relaxation and the fun, you can hire someone from J&R. JN. Is it JN or JN?
It's JN as in nursing.
JN. Okay. JN. If you'll hire someone from them, you'll be able to come, which I think is great. Why don't we even give them their phone number now while we're talking about it, and then.
Their number is 561-330-6530. 561-330-6530.
And that's JN
Nursing Registry.
Okay, and they'll be there, of course, in one of the major booths, so we're very happy that they've joined us.
They're available 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Well, I think we have time, and I was thinking maybe we ought to we have to be careful because we won't have enough time to read all the exhibitors, but maybe you ought to run into some of the ones who have been consistent with us, which we really appreciate. I know that there are people that come over and over and over.
Well, I'm going to go. I have the list, and it's going. We have a partial list that will be in our magazine, and also a preliminary prize list so you can get a flavor of the prizes we're giving away. And that's just us. That's not the exhibitors. But of course, we have such loyal exhibitors. The album group has been with us from the beginning.
I was thinking of Regent's Park. Everybody knows Leslie.
Oh, Regent's Park. Leslie Curtis has been with us every step of the way. And when you go by her booth, you'll see flags and, she's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Bathcrest has been...
Oh, let's talk about Bathcrest. I love that company. I get to sit in the bathtub, but you don't really sit in... The nice thing about them is, as you get older, you can't get in and out of the bathtub, and you shouldn't. It's dangerous. You just walk into this bathtub.
I love it. You have the Broward Health Foundation. Let's see, who's been with us a lot, mostly all our expos. Center for Bone and Joint Surgery, which gives great orthopedic care. Coventry Healthcare. David Lerner Associates.
David Lerner, the financial company. They have really been there with us. They go to a lot of our other expos, too. They're really great.
And I have to tell you about Discover Vacations. Discover Vacations is sponsoring our cruises, and they're giving away cruises, which would be two exciting cruise for 2, 4 days, 3 nights to the Bahamas. And we're giving away 3 cruises for our
you imagine
attendees.
That? And we've had people go on the cruises. They can't believe when we have to have a paramedic there because when they win a cruise, you can see them fainting.
I love it. I love it. I mean, it's incredible that they just keep on coming back. And I asked some of my exhibitors, you've been so loyal. There are other shows, and they keep on telling me there is nothing like the Boomer Expo. And a lot of owners of the companies decide to come as well. If they don't stay there all day, they at least come because they love the festivities. They love the excitement.
Well, and I'm going to just go back to the place we're going now. This is, just don't get it mixed up. It is Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek. The way you get there, at least the way I get there, I take the turnpike and get off at Sample Road. Or you can take I-95 and get off at Sample Road and go west. It's really easy to find, and the parking is so easy. The food, they have so many restaurants. We had lunch there the other day at their buffet. Wow, it's Epicurean food, so it's a fun day. So even if you've never been to an expo and you wonder why you want to do that, first of all, it's air conditioned, so get out of the heat. And then you can play the slots when you're there. There are lots of things to do. And then come into our expo, and you will be so fascinated, and you'll go away with a shopping bag full of goodies.
You will have an incredible day.
Well, Leoni, something that people probably don't realize if they've never put on an expo is what kind of sweat, blood, and tears it takes to put something like this on. I mean, every detail we went there the other day designing where the booths go. We went there to make sure that everything is readable. We were talking with the executives there, make sure there are good signage. And Leoni, back at the office, of course, has to keep track of all the exhibitors. She has to make sure that they all have the right information. Dan is always answering information from the phone. People want to know, how do I get there? What's it going to be like? What should I dress in? I mean, it never stops. But one thing we didn't mention is, if you read Boomer Times and Senior Life, you know that there's always a book of the month or a publisher's choice. And we always promise for 6 months we take those books and we feature them at a little book fair. So if you're an author, you're interested in books, you can come there. We're not selling them ourselves, but you'll be able to see them in order if you want.
Also, we have a beautiful fashion. We have several fashion booths with sleeves to go and jewelry and handbags. So,
yeah, it's a little different, and I can't wait because usually their prices are very good.
They're incredible.
So you can go there, buy some gifts. It really is amazing. Oh, and the other thing that we are planning, of course, to have lots and lots of balloons. And if you have grandchildren, at the very end, we let you take some of those balloons home. We've done that before. So all I can say is we have to applaud Leoni and our staff for making this happen. If you're an exhibitor and you're still thinking about exhibiting, we don't know if we have room anymore. If you call Leoni and ask her, we'll have to see. We really are almost sold out. But if you beg us, we might find somewhere up on the chandelier. We don't know.
Absolutely. It'll have to be on the chandelier.
So the phone number is 561-864-1101. Or you can always email us. Well, I'm not going to give you the email. It's too hard to write that down. But it's 561-864-1101. So, Leoni, what if someone asked you where you're going to go on Tuesday, July the 26th, what are you going to tell them?
Well, I can't go to the Bahamas and I can't go to Hawaii, but I am going to the Boomer EXPO, the 16th Boomer EXPO at Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek. And I want to see all of you there.
Well, I don't know if we have any more time. I think we have a little bit more. I wanted to just explain a couple of things that the musicians, we don't talk about them very much, but we have two lovely musicians, Beth Pester and Jerry Mann. And they play, first of all, they play all the military songs, as Leoni said, but they also play beautiful music throughout the entire day. Do they ever take a break? I don't think they do. Do you bring them food or something?
I think they're glued to their chairs. You know what happens? That people come over and they say, oh, we love this song. They are so talented and they are so wonderful that they really enjoy performing.
Yeah, we love that. And they were just on the radio show, as a matter of fact, the other morning, and I think you heard them. And it's amazing how people in the music industry stay young, because music is, and you know that, Leoni, you've, of course, been a singer, and you understand. You even sing on the beach.
I sing on the beach. I sing in the shower.
It's really important, but people do sing the military songs when they're playing. Have you noticed that?
They all do.
Yeah, they hum it.
They hum it. The interesting thing is the exhibitors are singing along with them.
Yeah,
which is great.
Well, so we hope that we have sparkled up your mind and that you're going to put this on your calendar. Write that down again. It is Tuesday, July the 26th from 10 to 4. I know a lot of people get there early, like 9 o'clock. Some even get there 8:30. We can't let you in till 10, but you can get there, register, line up, play a little slots, have breakfast there. And the parking is very easy. You can either go to the enclosed parking or you can go to the covered parking, or you can go to the outside parking. I have found this location to be very, very easily accessible.
It is. It's I found it with no problem, and I always get lost. So,
well, Leoni, before we walk away from this, I just want to go over again the feelings that we get from people when they come there. Now, we have also done some videotaping, and people seem to feel that this is a very important thing for them because, first of all, they do want a lot of information, and they learn a lot from our exhibitors. We have exhibitors in health and in wealth and entertainment, But if you take those brochures and talk to people, in fact, I know one person specifically that has a whole new laser therapy, and that's Thomas Liberto. He's going to be there. It is amazing what this does. So what you do is you talk to them, you take their information, then you see if you want to see them, but there's no pressure.
I'm amazed, and I'm involved in working with all the exhibitors. I spend the whole day going up and down, talking to all the exhibitors. I learn things every single show, and it's exciting.
Well, some people that we ought to talk about is Janine, and she will be coming from the wonderful Star Vista. She will book you on this cruise or the next cruise because they do fill up. And you'll be able to get, I don't know if she's giving out any things. The last time they gave out stuff, we'll have to see, but you will be assured of getting some things.
But they are giving a special rate for all our people who use the word boomer. That's the code. So when you talk to Janine, use the word boomer, and you'll get a special rate on the cruise.
Yeah, and please do go on one of these cruises. It's not like any other kind of a cruise. From the minute you board, you'll be surrounded by other people, and most of these people go back time after time after time. So it's funny because right halfway through the cruise, Leoni, they've already rebooked for the next one. So they've got to be doing something good.
Well, you've been there.
Right.
And the opportunity to talk and hang out with celebrities.
Good point.
Yeah, you don't get that.
Well, we hope that, thanks, Leoni Kendall. She is, of course, the manager for the expos that we run. We do have another one coming up. We'll tell you about that another time. But for July the 26th, this should be on your calendar. And just come by and say hello to us.
Thank you, Anita. This was fun.